Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Ishmael from Conjured Realm. Okay, so in today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys more in-depthly about something that I do get asked a lot, and it's about money, wealth, and abundance. More specifically, I wanted to talk about and touch up on wealth consciousness. Now, what is wealth consciousness? Well, wealth consciousness is essentially the perception of money to you, how money flows to you, how you perceive money, how you think about money on a daily basis. Everyone is capable of tapping into wealth consciousness. Now, the only limitations that we have are the ones that we place on ourselves, and the limits that we put on ourselves, almost like a restraint to the amount of money that we can receive and the amount of money that we don't go below in our bank accounts or like in cash, etc. Now, how do you tap into wealth consciousness? Well, it's pretty simple. Once you get the hang of it and the idea, it's normally just like everything else I've been teaching, where it's like, how are you perceiving money? How are you treating money? These things will play a big role in deciphering how money comes to you, how you keep money, how you make money, etc. Wealth consciousness is something that I have studied for a long time when I was starting my manifestation journey, because in the beginning I always struggled with money. I always had a hard time making money or keeping it. Every time I would have a lot of money, something would happen where I would have to spend that money, or there was always something that had to be taken care of that made money leave my bank account or my wallet. And I always thought that there has to be more to this than working 9 to 5s and spending the rest of your days working to pay bills and then die and then retire, or like have kids, retire, and all, doing the whole normal human life experience. I always knew there was more to life than just the typical things we see on TV or the things that we see people do on a day-to-day life basis. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with 9 to 5s. I'm just speaking off of personal experience. That's not something that I felt like I was meant to do my whole entire life. I didn't feel connected to that type of reality. I didn't feel like being like everyone else when it came to having a job, going to work, doing mundane things every single day for a paycheck every 2 weeks was something my soul connected with, essentially. So I delved into wealth consciousness, and I learned that I had a lot of bad perceptions when it came to money, because when I was growing up, my parents had a very warped perception of money, and naturally it's only because of the way that they grew up. So I then learned the things that they learned about money, and I grew up with those beliefs and stuff until I learned about quantum physics and manifestation. But one of the main things I want to talk about is how I tapped into wealth consciousness. The very first thing I did to tap into wealth consciousness was I essentially made a list. I wrote out the things that I believed about money. What are the things I thought about when it came to money? What are the things that was almost like second nature to me to think when money was being spent? What is the things that my mind brought up when I had to pay for something? How did I perceive work? How did I perceive paying people or getting paid? All these things matter because you want to change them as soon as possible. If you want to start making large sums of income, or if you want money to start flowing to you from different directions. And it's just like any other thing I've taught. Essentially, what you do not want to do is you do not want to put money on a pedestal. Why? Because then money escapes from you. Money becomes distant from you. Money is something that then becomes unattainable. Are you someone that when you go to the mall and you look at a nice bag or a nice pair of shoes, do you automatically go, I can't have that, that's not for me, I can't afford that? Are you someone that constantly is always talking about how you're broke to your friends, even in a joking manner? Are you someone that is constantly always paying the bare minimum when it comes to your bills, always not wanting to pay people for their services or tipping, or all these kinds of things matter when we're talking about money? I had to view money the same way I viewed oxygen, as a unlimited resource. Once I started to view money in this way, I found that money just kept flowing to me. I kept affirming the opposite if I had a negative thought about money. For example, if I wanted to buy new clothes, or if I wanted to buy some new shoes, and it was slightly above kind of like my budget, I would tell myself, you know what, it's fine, the money will flow back to me. Or if I had to spend money on a bill, because long time ago, the version of me that was working 9 to 5s, I would like pay the bills not entirely, almost like little by little, because I thought that if I spent all my money on bills, then I wouldn't have any more money coming in for a long time. This is something that you have to change within yourself, because what you put your focus on is what you will have to receive. So if I'm telling the story that I don't want to pay my bills on time because I'm not going to get money for a long time, then that's exactly the command that our subconscious will have to carry out into our 3D. So it's important that you start changing these little things about your mindset with money so that you can start tapping into wealth consciousness. Are you someone that is extremely frugal for no reason, even though you have good money coming in? If that is so, ask yourself why. Why do you find that you don't like to spend money even when you need to spend it for your daily living? My biggest suggestion would be to always affirm the opposite of what your mind wants to bring up when it's time for you to spend money. So for me, I used to be frugal. Let's say I had to buy medicine in times when I was sick. There would be times where I didn't want to buy it because I'm like, I don't need it, my health will just get better on its own. But really it's because I was being cheap, because I thought that if I spent money on medicine, then I wouldn't be able to get my hands again on money. In those moments, I like to affirm, no, money comes to me easily, abundantly, consistently, all the time. I can buy this and it will return back to me double, triple, quadruple, whatever you want to say. But it's important that in moments that you are telling yourself a negative thought, that you immediately change it. With time and practice and persistence, you'll start to notice that your money limits start to increase. Whereas you always kept $1,500 in your bank account no matter what. Like no matter what you did, no matter how much money you spent, there will always be $1,500 in your bank account. That is your subconscious limit to where your bank account can be at, the minimum. With consistent effort and manifesting more money, you'll start to notice that that limit will go up. The minimum now becomes $2,000. Then the more you practice, it then becomes $4,000. So no matter what life throws at you, whatever situation you're at, you will always know that in your bank account, you will carry $4,000 at minimum. So it's important for you to keep practicing so that that limit continues to go up and up and up and up. You know, for me, it was almost like I felt like this world already was not fair. So when I would think of these like famous people or like these people in power with all these billions of dollars, I always ask myself, why is it that they can have it, but I can't? And that almost kind of fueled me to keep going and want to keep having more money. Something else I also struggled with before was accepting that I can have more money, because I almost felt guilty for having money when other people didn't. That quickly fell apart because my mentality knew that money is an abundant resource. There's money everywhere you look. Money is being made every single day. Money is just circulating the world. Money will never run out. So there's no reason why I should feel guilty when other people have the same opportunities for them out there. But yeah, if you guys have any questions regarding wealth consciousness, I do want to kind of make this a series. This was like me just scratching the surface of wealth consciousness. If you have any questions, please let me know down below. I will try to get to you as fast as possible. If you guys want to work on this one-on-one, I do have coaching available. Please email me at conjuredrealm@gmail.com. And if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so you're notified every time I post a new video. All right, guys, happy manifesting.